Hello. Um, yeah. So, I guess what I want to talk about really is that there's a reason that none of this Civil War talk is going away, and it's ever going to go away. It's going to be there for the next 20 years until some sort of collapse or balkanization or something happens. Or until there's a total totalitarian lockdown. But I just the thing is that a lot of people would just really prefer to have a civil war, and not in like the sense of like, oh, you have no idea of like, yeah, okay, but like what people want is they want a resolution to the tension. They would prefer that overall a 2-year war be waged, but the question of who rules and who is legitimately in power just be resolved. I mean, currently, as it stands, in a lot of places, it seems, there's an invasion happening, um, or a lot of people in power basically got there through devious or means. It's kind of like it's betrayal all the way down. I mean, people who are invading places um, are basically let in unopposed, and it's made illegal to oppose them. And as a consequence, they're never going to have the same or be viewed as by the native population, the heritage population, as legitimate. Never, because they were acquired their power through betrayal. And I really feel like people subconsciously would just prefer to have a bad conflict for a couple of years and then have the rest of their life to live either under a new reality that they don't like or a new reality that they do like. I think it's really the tension that people hate. I mean, if there was to be sort of a actual conflict at the end of it, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but people would perceive like if there was mass immigration, but they were actually like carrying guns and stuff, and the government was opposing them or at least allowing citizens to oppose them, and they achieved some territorial gains through strength of arms and basically said this is our territory now. I feel like in time people would see that as more legitimate because there is a legitimacy to victory and there is a legitimacy to strength. But when it's perceived as just betrayal all the way down, I mean, I don't know how you ever get people to see this as legitimate. If that doesn't matter, if legitimacy doesn't matter, then what is the basis for democracy? I just don't know. Anyways, so I would not expect any Civil War talk to ever really go away. It's always going to be there because people yearn for a resolution to this thing that is not being allowed to resolve itself in the way that it would traditionally resolve itself. And so I really think that people are just, they can't stand the tension more than anything else. All right, that's it.